guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here for another weekend video. It is Friday through Sunday. We had a good weekend. Did we? What did we do?
She doesn't even know. She's just reading off a script. We didn't do much. If you're new, this is Linda. I'm Cameron. We're going to go over what's on our online store this weekend. These are sales from Friday through Sunday. We try to sell stuff on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and Depop. These items are picked up at thrift stores, garage sales, and estate sales. Linda's going to go over the numbers first, and then we're going to show you the items that sold. So
we had 21 sales on our main platform, eBay, and that's it. That came in at $780. If you guys know, we try to do $400 a day. That is our goal to maintain our life. So if you do the math, we were a bit short.
Quite short. We have not been this low in a long time, if ever, in the past couple of years. Of a weekend. Yeah. I know we've had some in the 800s. We still have some time left, so there's still a couple things that could sell possibly before the end of the day here. But
I got a couple things out there, so we'll see.
Not a lot of activity, not a lot of high dollar sales, just kind of bread and butter stuff, but just not enough of it to make goal. We had a pretty solid week, some good days, a couple of rougher days, but overall just kind of trending not the right direction right now, but hopefully we'll bounce back this week. Okay, first up we have a cowboy hat. You guys know we got a bunch of these cowboy golf hats. We had some blue ones and some black ones. The blue ones all sold, and we only have black ones left, and they are a size small medium, and that one's sold for $22.50 shipped. Paid $5 a piece, so those are good deals every time they sell.
Then we have this Chinese English Bible. It's the Old and New Testament NIV, sold for $30 shipped.
Paid $3 or $4 for this at the thrift store. The guy told me, "Why are you buying that? You know Chinese?" And I said, "No, I don't." And didn't answer anything further questions because he was a reseller and he buys jewelry in gold, and he is super annoying at every estate sale. He was at one this weekend just complaining and hawing about the prices. He's always trying to, get money off. He's always complaining that everybody's overpriced. He just is, to me, is super annoying. So I wasn't going to answer any more questions about it, but I don't mind usually telling people on reseller, but he just kind of bothers me. So anyways, it's still sold. That was just me venting.
Then we have Just Dance Disney Party 2 and Just Dance 2018 for Nintendo Wii U, sold for $18 shipped.
Paid, I think, $2 for those. That was a decent sale.
Then we got a lot of two Microsoft Xbox 360 wireless controllers, a white one and a black one, sold for $35 shipped.
I did put on new joysticks, I think, on both of these, and I put on new battery compartment, little battery door things, because usually they die on them. So I usually fix those up. I have a bunch of them, and I'll just fix them periodically and then wait till the next year and fix some more.
Literally.
So I got it more to fix.
Then the Jazz 100 buy, that's been a minute. We have Bobby Timmons Trio in Person CD, sold for $17 shipped.
That's a pretty good one.
Then this is a big book. We have the 2018 Foundations and Adult Health Nursing Edition 8 by Gosnell and something. And that book is probably for somebody's class, and that sold for $35 shipped.
Yes.
Then we have this Hunter 4-speed ceiling fan light control. New in the box thing, and that sold for $24
It's by
shipped.
All Fan, but it fit Hunter All Fan, I guess is what it was. But the crazy thing was while this sold, I was at a sale this weekend as this sold, and I was buying Hampton Breeze or whatever it is, one of these. It was just weird that I was just buying one and then this one just sold, and I was like, oh, cool.
Just replace what we had.
Yeah.
Then we have this Ninja specialty coffee maker replacement water reservoir, sold for $30 shipped.
I paid $10 for the whole unit, got a couple parts off. That's the first one to sell.
Next up, we have a lot of vintage Wilton Armatail products in the pewter style, and
Sorry, I can't.
We sold just this weekend. I don't know what else we've sold of it, or if this
we just sold like a little dapper. I think it's like what you'd use to put out a little fire on a candle or something.
Oh, okay.
That's only a piece that sold for $20. I paid $30 plus like $10 to ship them or something from Arizona. A bunch of stuff on Salvation Army online auction. But this is the second thing to sell. We also have plates. Big plates, little plates, bowls, and a bunch of like odds and ends. But these are these 2
3/4 inch mugs, almost kind of like a tea mug, or I would maybe espresso.
But it's more for like medieval times type tavernware is what they call it.
It's really cool. And we have a lot of 8 of them sold for $100 shipped.
You can't really see the marking in there, but you can kind of see it's in the inside the cup. So this Armatail stuff, some of it's pretty valuable, but slow sellers.
Yeah.
I picked it up because it just looked cool, and there was like no one bidding on it, like me and one person. And I just, Linda's going to show you some. I think it's the year or whatever, but
there's some things, and that's inside the cup, guys.
So
you have to really.
This stuff's going to be worth. When I sell all of it, when we sell all of it, it's going to be a few $100s in sales. So it's a good buy. Just going to take a while, but very cool piece. One of our best sales this weekend, actually.
Yeah,
which is good
really cool.
for us.
Then you guys seen this before. This is the Waverly Le Petit Ferme Spice Red Yellow curtains.
They're French door panels, really.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Panel curtains, yeah.
Yeah, French door. So you can kind of see how they would look on there. They have them rolled up on one, but got these for $2 a piece. They were new in the package, but they kind of had like a musty, like estate sale smell.
Yeah.
So I pulled them out of the package.
Smell.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to one, you know what we're talking about.
And Linda was where they were going to bleed, but I washed them on delicate, cold, and dried them on light or whatever, low heat. And they came out really nice still. And we sold one already. I paid $2 a piece. I got like, I think 4 of these ones, plus I got some placemats for a different setting, same brand. I think I got 10 of them for like $20 or something like that. And this one sold for
43 and some change.
So we sold 2 now for 80-something bucks. It was a great deal.
Yeah, it's definitely, the color and the pattern is very vibrant, so it's gonna be a little bit. You got to find the right customer for those. It's not a basic white curtain.
We got good
French
feedback
door.
on the first one we sold. The person loved them, so I was happy with that. And now we have a second one.
That'll look cool on someone's place.
We sold a lot of like curtains the past probably 6 months. We sold shower curtains. We've sold curtains, bed sheets,
IKEA,
that old sealed vintage,
different ones,
different kinds of stuff. So if you can find that kind of stuff, sealed or new, dead stock stuff, you never know.
Yeah,
gotta get it for a good price. But
then out of our kids meal toys, we have this Green Hornet Carl's Jr. Kids Meal disguise glasses from 2010. So we're 10 and some change.
Not a whole lot. We did really well on those toys, those Jack in the Box toys. We sold a bunch of them.
Then out of that giant Fiesta Wear lot, we picked up an Angel View. We pulled out the green creamer and the sugar packet caddy.
They're unmarked too, which was weird, but they all sure look like it. So, and they were with all the Fiesta Wear.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. If I put them there, they were unmarked, but they sold for
32.5 shit for
we
the
paid
pair.
$45 for all of it, but we've sold a bunch of it already.
Yeah.
We sold even some on Mercari sold, and we still have some left.
Then Cameron got a bunch of Disneyland or California Adventures license plates. Some of them being cast member ones. And this one specifically says, I make the magic happen.
It's got a little cast member
Mickey on there.
These were $1.99 to I think as high as $3.99, and I probably bought 20.
There was a lot.
And they actually had other stuff there too
They
that
sold
day.
really fast in the beginning.
Oh, I bought the coasters. It was the Maleficent or whatever coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Or something, some kind of Snow White coasters.
Yes. In the box, the heart box.
Yeah. And these have sold, a lot of these sold right away. We started selling them. Usually anywhere from like 25 to about 35.
Yeah.
This one sold for?
This one's over $30 shipped.
And again, I made them for a couple bucks a piece, so pretty good. And we had a lot of duplicates. It was a great buy.
Then a couple weekends ago, Cameron went garage selling and ran into a new member of our church who was selling off a bunch of his comics, and he was a big Batman fan based on the amount of Batman comics that Cameron purchased.
Pretty much all Batman.
Yeah.
So
Robin. Cameron went through every single comic to see what was worth it, what was not, because not all comics are created equal or have the same kind of value anymore.
Most are worth nothing.
Yes. So you really have to try. And so he pulled out this one, the Batman number 400. It's the anniversary issue from 1986, and it's actually in really good condition for 86. And that one did sell for $20 shipped.
He was going to sell them to a comic book store for like $80. And I was buying a bunch of other stuff, and I didn't even look. I'll give you $75 for him. And he said, yeah, he was happy because he was just trying to get rid of them. The comic store didn't even want him. And I don't know why they didn't, because there were some good comics that were going to make some money.
Yeah.
We paid a fair price though, because I do all the work.
It's probably because somebody who doesn't want to go through all
right. But I mean, there was some value. There's a couple different sets that were good. So.
Then out of our vintage dollhouse furniture, someone bought this lot of it. These are the 1/12 scale ones. It's all as is stuff, so some of it's kind of broken, some of it's discolored, got some stuff on it.
Price product, which is like a brand that makes them, like a little, like a lower level, but not like too low level, not like hand done. There's different ones. This one's kind of cool with the color on there.
It's a basic
there's like a yellow table. Anyways, all this is kind of just not leftover, but just pieces that don't have a whole set. Put them together, and they sold for
$45 shipped.
We've done really well on the dollhouse stuff. It was a great buy. I'm glad I bought it.
Next up, you guys have seen this fiber optic lamp before. We had 2 of them. We sent this one on accident. Right. The person wanted the other one, so this one came back. We sent him the other one. Okay, cool. This one came back, and it has some splintering, some spider webbing in the top from the way it was packed and shipped back to us, and so it's
I
like
think I got a little bit
damaged from being pushed
of,
or
pressure on it.
yeah. And so I was gonna put it in claim, but it just was we did it through pirate ship, and it was just so much of a hassle because they require a lot of stuff compared to just normal UPS claims. So we relisted it, and it sold eventually for $56 shipped, so we should be able to recoup at least the loss from the last one.
Yeah, the one, we shipped them out the right one the second time. They were very happy they got it.
Yeah, they were very happy with it, but obviously the shipping charge.
We didn't realize we had two of them at the time.
And the new one going there, that's a lot of shipping charges. So hopefully we can break even on selling this one now so that there's not completely a loss.
Usually these fiber optic things do pretty well, but the cases are a little...
Yeah, they're vintage from 1984. Yuring Shang. They do the literal... The fiber optic changes colors, and then it's a music box too, so it plays a song. And
some holiday like snowmen or Santas or like Halloween fiber optic stuff, guys, can sell very well too.
People like that stuff still.
Yeah, if you can find fiber optic stuff, there's usually a market for it.
Then we have this Farberware skillet. It's a vintage saute fry pan, 7 inches, sold for $25.50 shipped.
I have no idea where I got that from.
Nope, it was in the bottom of a box. Then we have this vintage Oster automatic juicer piece, sold for $18 shipped.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have this pair of Levi's. These are the 514 straight leg men's, 34.29s, sold for 24 and some change. Then we sold an Auric XL. You guys see we sell these all the time now.
We were selling like one a month.
Yeah,
and I kept finding them, and then they kind of slowed down.
Yeah,
and then I parted one out because they weren't selling as well. And then
this one was still listed full parts with all the accessories, and that sold for $67.50.
And I think I have some extra bags that I have them saved, so I can like throw an extra bag on there just so everyone gets a new bag. I will still buy these if I can get them for 10 or less.
Yeah. Then last but not least, we have this 1936 American Legion Hollywood medal. It's a pin, the 18th Department convention. It's Jim Lee Poo, I think. Oh, Lee J. Poo. It's just his thing. I think we sold one of these.
We had a bunch of these. These were all from, so he's a delegate. There you go. We got a bunch of these from Salvation Army auction. They had a bunch of American Legion stuff, mostly. There was other stuff in there, but mostly American Legion. I think I spent like $36 shipped. And it was crazy. We've sold a lot of them for $20, $25, $50.
Yeah, because this one sold for $42 shipped.
Yeah, there's not a huge market on this. Is old 1930s, a lot of them 40s. There was also some stuff from the World Fair in there, just kind of weird pins and just unique stuff. But again, listed it pretty high, and a lot of it sold. I'm sure we've probably sold over $300-$400 of different pins, and I'm sure we still have some left.
Yeah,
I've seen them in there. So. Yeah. It was a great buy. One of those things, when I go on Salvation Army auctions, if I could ever give you a tip, I'm looking for lots of stuff. It's harder for someone who's not a seasoned reseller to look at a lot and know there might be a lot of value. It's easy to look up one thing and be like, oh, that's worth $100. But if you have a whole bunch of those pins, how do you know what something's worth? So those are usually where I can find people not spending as much, and I'll take a chance and then make some more money. Like all this Wilton stuff, like there was a bunch of it all piled up, and I'm like, I started breaking it down. I'm like, I can make money on that. Whereas someone else, oh, that's a lot of work. It's going to be a pain to ship it, blah, 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 blah. Even with the dollhouse stuff we bought, I bought a whole collection of that stuff for $200.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, and it took forever to process it, but we broke it down, and then we had some really rare furniture pieces that sold for $150 and $200 for the set. And
if we go with the kids' meal toys, Cameron bought tubs of kids' meal toys, and that was a lot. He went through every single one, created sets.
And I also had some other stuff in there. We had some like Rudolph stuff in there, some other stuff that sell.
Yeah.
But the reason I bought those was because I noticed they were Jack in the Box and Carl's Jr. toys, mostly. Some Burger King as well.
Yeah.
Not McDonald's. And McDonald's ones are the ones that don't sell as well, because everybody has those. But Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., Burger King, some of those are harder to find. So when I saw those, I was like, oh, this is good. So, but sometimes, basically what I'm saying is the best money I usually make is when I can buy a lot of stuff. I can usually get a cheaper price, and then I can part it all out and make a lot of money off it. So if I can give you a tip, if you're ever looking at an auction or something, see if you can look for something like that. That's all we have, though. Not much to show you guys, but some pretty good sales. A lot of bread and butter stuff. We're gonna get this packed up, out of here, and we'll be back next Monday with what sells this week. Bye bye.